Hello everyone, myself Kanchan and I am a trainer in EPOS. So today's topic is listening skills. What is a listening skill? It is defined as the learned skill in which we can receive sounds through ears and transform them into meaningful messages. It is the process of diligently hearing and interpreting the meaning of words and sentences spoken by the speaker during the conversation. What is listening? It is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. It is also the ability to pay attention to and effectively interpret what other people are saying. Listening is key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood. Active listening is most important skill to get information and ideas. Further, we can say that listening might be defined as the art of hearing and understanding what someone is saying. Each letter of the word listen will guide you toward becoming a better listener. For example, we listen to obtain information, we listen to understand, we also listen for enjoyment, we listen to learn new things, new ideas, new informations to enhance our knowledge. How will you listen has a major impact on your job effectiveness and the quality on your relationships with others. Process of listening. This listening process involves 5 stages, which are receiving the information, its understanding, remembering, its evaluating, and the last one is feedback of information. Importance of listening. Listening skills allow one to make sense of and understand what another person is saying. Listening is the first and the foremost communication skill that we learn in our lives. It has great importance in our everyday life, such as it helps in learning, it increases one's understanding, it builds stronger relationships by creating a desire to cooperate among people because they feel acceptance and acknowledged. It creates acceptance and openness. It also reduces stress and tension. It resolves conflicts. And most important, it can improve work quality on job because it is the most frequent type of on the job communication. It is also avoid communication errors and a key to success. Effective listening. It is a technique of careful listening and observation of non-verbal cues with feedback in the form of accurate paraphrasing. Effective listeners make sure to let others know that they have been heard and encourage them to share their thoughts and feelings fully. Effective listening is actively absorbing the information given to you by a speaker, showing that you are listening and interested. and providing feedback to the speaker so that he or she knows the message was received. Effective listeners make sure to let others know that they have been heard and encourage them to share their thoughts and feelings fully. There are also barriers to effective listening which affect one's listening. A barrier to listening is anything that is physically or philologically hindering you from recognizing, understanding, and accurately interpreting the message that you are receiving. These barriers to effective listening are prejudgments about the speaker, assuming that the speaker is going to give some unimportant information, arriving late for a speech, presentation, or lecture, judging the speaker by his/her mannerism, voice, appearance, accent, etc., lack of concentration and interest. Avoiding listening to difficult, boring, or complex information and selectively listening only to what is considered interesting. Speaker or listener being distracted by disturbances. These are few barriers to our effective listening, but there are other barriers for our effective listening. These are the barriers. If there are barriers for listening, effective listening, there are also some guidelines for effective listening. And these guidelines are: stop talking, be silent. You should listen when someone is saying something and giving you any information. Show your interest towards them. Empathize. Try to ask questions and also maintain eye contact. Taking notes is also a effective listening guideline. Listen others creatively. Put your entirety. Also give feedbacks. What the information you receive. Avoid or eliminate distractions. Try to gather more information about the topic to develop interest and familiarity. A good listener will listen not only to what is being said, but also to what is left unsaid or only partially said. Effective listening therefore involves observing body language and noticing inconsistencies between verbal, non-verbal messages. You can see in the picture what a good listener is. A good listener is someone who looks at the speaker, sits still, thinks about what they hear, asks questions, pays attention, gives feedback, does not interrupt the speaker, stays focused, speaks only when it is their turn, stays patient, and relates to the topic. And finally, thank you for listening.